Steve, disappointment here this afternoon, a 1-0 defeat. A game with two halves, it felt. Absolutely battered them first half.
Kind of lost for words here. I mean, we've got to look at the bigger picture now and look at it's 4 games without a goal, and we can't keep a clean sheet. Now, the boys on that football pitch are good enough to be higher up in the league, and they are collectively a good footballing team, a good, you know, that we've got all the attributes in there to be able to be winning these kind of games, and like I said, we've had 6, 7, 8, 9 chances today, 5 or 6 in the first half where we've got to score, we don't. In the second half they had a spell for about 15-20 minutes where they were on top of the game, and then we came into it again at the end and again couldn't score. But within that 15-20 minutes, we've got to take more responsibility on the football pitch. There's not enough players taking that responsibility to be able to understand that we're away from home, we've been on top of the game, we've not scored, we've got to see out a period, because every team's going to have a spell in the game where they're on top of it, and they got that 15-20 minutes in the middle of the second half, and they got the goal. They hit the bar. I think Sam had said a fairly easy save, and then they got the goal, all within about 15 minutes, and it's the same things over and over. Bedworth, the last game, we get beat 1-0, we lose a goal in the first 2-3 minutes, and then we go and batter them for 80, 85, 86 minutes and can't score. So we know where the problems are. I mean, on paper the group is good enough, and even on the pitch when you're coming to watch the games, the group is doing a lot of good things, but we're not scoring goals and we're not keeping clean sheets, and that's a big issue.
You've got to look at the positives. Some of the players you've brought in today certainly played very well. They know that they're worthy of being in the position they are at the club, so it's now back to the drawing board maybe, and try and get the team working and firing all cylinders. And is it the last game that we'll see with Leon Lobjock?
Well, I'll have a conversation with Leon and his representatives next week and see where we're at with it. The boys that have come in, yeah, there's been some good stuff there, you know, but and we've not played for a couple of weeks, and you could see that in the second half where the legs were a bit heavy on some of the boys that haven't played for 2-3 weeks now. So there is a bigger picture to everything, but you know, we've got to be able to take our chances when they come along. And you know, we got ourselves over the last 15 games now, we've put ourselves in a position to be shot at, because we've put ourselves back into the playoff contention. And now when teams are having a bit of a shot at us, and we are the big guns coming to town, we've got to be able to deal with that better. And we've not quite got that around when we were chasing up the table and we were gathering momentum and points. Teams were thinking, teams weren't quite setting up the way they are, and now that they're setting up, a lot of teams now with a 4-5-1 against us, and sitting in trying to hit us on the break, or just playing it long, and we've got to be able to deal with it better. We're not dealing with that at all. Now we've got big decisions, like you said. We've got to now look at it and think where we're at, keep on the playoff push, and if that fails over the next 2 or 3 weeks, then we're going to need to have a big look at the squad and start thinking about next season. We've come into this league, first 10 games of the season, we're poor, we're second or third bottom. We've re-galvanised the season to have a playoff chase. Now the boys have got to have something about them, you know, that fire in the belly to actually want to get the playoffs. And I don't think we've got that, and that's really annoying me at the minute.
Next week, of course, we're back at Steel Park. That's going to be a better situation for you there. You feel as if at Steel Park things can be turned around? Definitely.
I mean, we've got a really good home base there, you know, with 350, 400 fans, all Corby, supporting us and get behind the team, and they do really add to everything that we try and do, and they get the boys pushing, and we're going to need that next week more than ever, because we need to score goals. We need goals, and we need them fast and quick, because that's what's killing us. Goals change games, and that's the biggest thing. Like we said, first half we score here, it's a game changer. Bedworth last game we score when we've put all the pressure on, it's a game changer. But when you can't score goals, you're always going to be under pressure. So we need everybody back at Steel Park next week to really get behind us, and let's get this playoff push started.
Steve, appreciate your words. Thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you.